Hello and welcome to another Near Reading cast. As always, my name is Johno and I'm joined by a new guest co-commentator today, Jerry. How are you doing, Jerry?
Not bad, thank you.
Good. So this is the first of a series of videos from the Oxford Regional, which was really good actually. So back in Oxford, and there are a lot of really good players here. This first video is a taste of the early rounds, and we've got on the left Stu, who's an Oxford local, and he's a pretty good player actually. I like Stu a lot. And Ye-Sheen, who I've never had the opportunity to play, but is I think he's from London. He's good too. So Stu's playing Blue Sun, which I think is a departure. I think he likes NBN fast dance maybe, and Ye-Sheen is playing Noise. Did you play these two on the day?
I love Noise. I did not. I did not grace anywhere near this side of the tournament.
That's right. You had a bad day.
So which is it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it was. I mean, we'll see in future videos. James makes lots of appearances, but
James does make lots of appearances.
Neither of us got anywhere near top table. So
that's good. We can have an objective opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big fan of Noise though. So I'm looking forward to this. I've played Noise quite a lot and always Anarch. So Grimoire Cash is an insane start for Noise. Gets the economy rolling.
Yeah, well, so it's worth mentioning Blue Sun mulliganed and drew twice for the mandatory and 2 optional draws. So I mean, does that, and then Ice HQ, does that tell you that there's a lot of agendas at HQ?
Yeah, but then you've always got to be scared to run against Blue Sun early before your economy's going. So I think it's still right to get the Grimoire, get the cash down, get the money rolling, and yeah, you want to get the pressure on early because they're obviously haven't got the best start, but you've always got to be worried of dying.
Do you consider face checking the ice? Just find out what it is. Because it might not be an end run ice, you know.
I mean, it's not going to be an archer, so there's not so much Wayland ice that is scary to face check. Without any programs, there's
you got cash. So it's worth mentioning that 2 early mills of interest for Noise were that he milled a Jackson and a Cyberdex. So there is a Cyberdex in archives.
Never a card you want to see as Noise.
As Noise, yeah.
Stop those medium digs halfway through and kill the imp counters before you can use them.
Yeah, but he's got a second cash and an ESOPs, so economy-wise.
Economy is rolling. This is and then you get the ESOPs them, deja vu them back, put them back down, 2 more mills, 14 more credits. It's a great engine.
And that's how you beat Wayland, right? If Wayland's trying to kill you, you can either install your Plascretes, get your meat damage protection, or you can just be richer than them. They can't afford to burn down your house.
So hostile takeover scored, which means Archer is online.
Yeah, that does.
Which we're going to assume is being run if hostile is being run.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, it's obviously not a typical 6 agenda punitive build. The fact that it has hostile, it might not be far from that. You have to expect.
You have to assume death.
You have to
assume
Scorch,
death until you see otherwise. Yeah,
that's right. The only influence we've seen, of course, is Jackson, but that's not a clue.
That tells us nothing. Restructure is also always a sort of I might die indicator for me.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, based on what we've seen from Noise so far, we've only seen caches and a date sucker. So, do we think it's just a turbo mill? Maybe doesn't have a lot of breakers, that kind of thing.
I think Noise right now doesn't run many breakers. I mean, you're likely to see Cryptus for sure. Yeah. You get the counter off Grimoire. It does everything. It's a virus. You get the mill.
Yeah.
Used to see Knights until Blue Sun came along.
Yeah, Knights don't get against Blue Sun, and neither is Parasite unless you've got a charged date sucker. So.
And then you may see a Mimic for RP, used to run a lot of low strength sentries, and you might see a Corroder for wraparounds. But generally, Cryptus is the main engine. The rest of that MU is used for virus milling, and it's about getting in where you can, when you can, with Noise, and getting those 10, 15 free accesses out of archives.
Yeah, sure. So on the HQ run, kind of stumbled through the Caduceus, but instead of accessing the installed Utopia shard. So that's definitely a good card to have on the table if you expect any kind of death.
Any sort of combo anything.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, no, it's definitely, I feel it's very thematically an Anarch way of stopping the kill.
That's right.
None of this Plascrete stuff. Just try and hit the pieces when you can, and hope it. It's a bit like the guy who've had worst on the other side solution.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah, no, it's a great and when Noise started putting the shard to access the Hades shard in, it dropped a clone chip, giving it a spare influence. So some people will run Utopia shard as well. So it's one clone chip for both shards. It's the
Yeah,
you'd
have to assume that Hades shard is in there as well, and it's something that I've changed how I play because of Hades shard. So if I've used Jackson to overdraw agendas and put them in archives, if the runner has more than 7 credits, I'll just trigger it at end of turn. I won't give them the opportunity.
Parasite comes down.
So there is a Parasite. It does have the means to trash it if you can get to it. Of course, if he doesn't, then Blue Sun will pick it up, presumably. So that's Data Pike, so that's no good. Data Pike's good, actually. I've seen a lot of Data Pike. Data Pike and Blue Sun, I like it as a face-checking ice, because you can keep re-resing it. Pick it up, put it down, and it can never quite be sure if it's the same. So she does the correct thing, picks up the parasited ice. Might as well, I guess, get your money back before it goes away.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Parasite against Blue Sun recently, and it's painful. You have to build up the data cycle counters. You have to kill it in one turn, because
that's what he tried to do. I mean, I guess he was assuming that he wouldn't want to res that outermost ice, the Data Pike, or.
But it was practically free because he got a free Caduceus back for it. So.
Yeah, that's true.
The Aesop's cash train continues.
Yeah, so what do you think is in this remote? Do you think it's a scoring server set up? I mean, it could be an agenda. It could be an Atlas or something, or...
Yeah, I mean, it could be. At the minute, you've got to be worried about the Parasite kill for anything with low strength.
That's true.
But that's about it, really. I mean, no way of getting in otherwise. The Imp comes down, which makes me think he's assuming it's something trashable.
Well, the Imp is good for disrupting
Everything.
Disrupting the corp as well, as well as similar to Utopia Shard. If you get into HQ and you see it scorched, you can just imp it. Same for R&D. Stop them drawing. So he double installed the remote. So I guess we assume at this point it is a 3-point agenda probably. As Noise, are you worried that Punitive might be online?
You are, but money-wise, you can still outmoney to win a Punitive trace. And
so I liked this. So Noise put down the David and ran, maybe hoping it was a curtain wall or something. But Lotusfield is perfectly placed.
As well.
Yeah, Ice Wall and R&D.
Yeah, Lotusfield was a big hit to Anarchs and still continues.
Lotusfield's everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, not just Anarchs, everyone was running Yogg, Andy Yogg was a big thing, and now Lotusfield, everyone but Anarch is sort of...
I know you're a sworn Anarch player, Joey. Does it cut like a knife when you see these cards?
It does, when we have, other factions pick up the Pro-Rec, that's never good in Blue Sun.
Yeah, Pro-Rec for an archives.
So he has, I suppose, as the two options. You either res something high res cost and use it as a money card, or you res an Archer, and...
yeah, I like the Archer on Archives, although he does have a David, so he can get into Archives, so it's not really a permanent solution.
Sure, and also you want to, with Archer, when you've got the hostile scored, you sort of want to, surprise them with it and get it to fire. Because now that Archer's never going to fire, no one's running through.
He's never going to run it unless he can break it, you're right. It's not going to trash programs, but maybe as far as he's concerned, it's just a high strength Sentry end run.
Wall, probably a good idea.
Yeah, that's good. So he's Jackson, you've got to kill Jackson if you Noise, right?
Yeah, you've got to kill Jackson. And Blue Sun's quite low on money, so that curtain wall could have easily been Oversight AI turned into, or at least lost the David to save the money.
And I guess if you're Blue Sun, you never want to pick up Archer, so you could Parasite it. You could put Parasite on it. It puts you in a difficult position if you're...
they'd pick it up for the 4 credits eventually.
I bet, maybe eventually you would, yeah. But with Data Sucker...
he's got 4 Data Sucker tokens, so actually he's not far off killing the Archer. But I mean, it's on Archives, and he's obviously got the Shard. He can always David in for the win. I don't think that's a priority. I think you just keep putting pressure on the servers you can. Keep, getting accesses. Keep milling as you go through doing your Noise thing. And then when it looks like they're going to win, guns are blazing into Archives.
Well, that's it. I mean, he's milled, I haven't been counting, 10 cards by now. So there's going to be I'd say a couple of points. Be a
For
few
sure.
points in there. I mean, it could. We don't know what the agenda suite is. We're not really getting any clues from Stu.
Yeah, you got to assume there's not many agendas in the deck with 3-pointers. But
Yeah, I mean, maybe he just has a couple of hostiles to round it up to 20,
Archer
and for
bait.
the archers, yeah. But mostly it's 3-pointers. That would be reasonable. It is Blue Sun, so presumably being rich is part of the plan, and punitives, 3-point agendas, these all
Punitives is
fit
part
into
of
that.
So I really like noise in our sort of glacier heavy meta right now, because accesses are at such a premium against Blue Sun and against RP, and having sort of 10 to 15 free accesses essentially in a game is
Yeah.
just so big.
Yeah, yeah.
It really is. When there's 3-pointers, there's 6-point agendas in the game right now. Getting those 10, 15 accesses just because of your ability is one of the best things right now.
So we've had a new remote installed, and also that iced card has been double advanced. So I guess we're looking at another agenda, and that could be game.
And that's game,
So
yeah.
you've got to respond to this. Money-wise, noise is slightly up. So maybe you just kind of you've got the source of money around.
The Crypsis comes down
Yeah, so I think
on
that's gonna be it.
Shahrazad, which
And he'll run. It does have a counter. But forgot to put it.
Lotus Fields.
So that's good then.
Yeah.
I mean, Datesucker and David are both useless, so Crypsis it has to be.
Yeah.
So it's only a 2-point agenda. So maybe he's trying to bluff it.
So definitely a money hungry Wayland.
Yeah, Geothermal's an interesting include. So maybe it's not a punitive deck. Maybe it's a
Maybe it's
Seesaw
not.
Scorch. Maybe that's
Maybe.
the... I don't know.
I feel if you're running 3-pointers,
You put in one
even
or
a
two.
2-pointer,
Yeah.
the Seesaw Scorched into punitive, it just gives you that extra kill card where
Yeah.
you can't really use Traffic
And you can keep it
Accident
in
in
hand.
faction
Yeah.
because you don't ever get 2 tags. So
That's true, yeah,
if
that's
not,
true.
I think Traffic Accident will take the slot of punitive in a deck like this, but you've got to assume punitive. But again, as long as noise can stay up in the money, which with the Shahrazad,
Yeah.
Grimoire and Aesop's
Yeah.
little engine, it keeps ticking over.
So we were at tournament. Oh, there's Parasite
There
and
it is,
Archer. Yeah.
Parasite and Archer.
So we were at tournament yesterday, and I had a power shutdown build. I would have loved to see the main breaker on a Shahrazad. If only I'd seen any Shahrazads, it would have been amazing.
Yeah, so no one plays Power Shutdown anymore. But I mean, I've never liked Shahrazad.
Yeah.
For the noise engine, I think the max you can get off a cache is something like 9 credits, but the sort of 7 that
you
you
need
get,
a lot of setup to do
yeah,
it.
I tend to not have the Shahrazad and not have the Cyber Feeder,
Yeah.
which are the 2 that get you that push you up another 2 credits. But yeah, I think there was a dream of getting the 9 credits for a click and a mill. So by the time he got in, Jackson was on the table.
Yeah, that was the other remote. So I wonder what we're going to see go back.
At least
So there's a Cyberdex in there, and there's one face down card he's considering. You got to leave the Cyberdex in archives, right?
Cyberdex is about to
Yeah,
fire, right?
okay.
Did he use the Data Cyclist to get?
I think that so he didn't run archives. He ran the remote.
Oh, he ran the remote. He ran.
Oh no, I'm
shot.
sorry. No, he is doing it. He's doing it early.
Ah,
I don't think it's during a run.
no, he. Oh yeah, that's the Cyberdex firing.
So he's leaving the Cyberdex. Oh yes.
So he could have killed the Archer. No, he would have left the Archer on 1.
Yeah. No, I apologise. I'm just totally misspeaking. Yeah, it was. It did trigger. But he's left Parasite counter on. A counter on Parasite in error.
So he must use Crypsis to get through the Archer. But he could have Parasite. He could use Data Counters to bring it right down before
Yeah,
the
I'm not
purge
sure.
happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So, who's in the strong position here? I guess it's Blue Sun. I mean, you feel like he can defend the remote. He can certainly threaten 3-point agendas, and
He was
dangerous. Well, that's true. Yeah.
until these caches come down. 2 more mills.
He's got a couple of turns before they really, I don't know, before the money kind of takes off.
Well, he's already up. He's already up to 10.
He's up to
Like
10,
that's
yeah.
straight away you get because it's coming on with Grimoire. You get 3 credits for each click. So that's 6 credits straight away.
Yeah.
He's gonna get 3 more at the beginning of the next turn. And with Cryptis out, no remote is safe now. Like as long as you've got more money, So boot camp in the remote.
Yeah, and he uses it to get Jackson,
Get Jackson.
which is totally legit anti-noise play.
That is totally legit. But the boot camp does make me think: is he running Adonis campaign? Which is a standard like a blue sun, and then is it more of a Glacier blue sun?
Well, Joey, I'm sure I don't need to tell you that one of Executive Bootcamp is excellent against Valencia decks.
It is excellent against Valencia decks.
And if you remember, this tournament was in a meta shortly after your success with Valencia.
Yes.
So I think there was
I don't think I've played a single
that.
game without a boot camp or an Eliza's or at least a Lizzie Mills.
I think I was
all day.
There was a little bit.
Something to do with the reason I was like on bottom table most of the day, but yeah.
Yes, there was a little bit of that floating around, and I mean he may have because Executive Bootcamp is just a good card. You can get Jacksons, you can get your one-off Lizzie Mills.
But the Adonis bouncing out of Blue Sun is such an engine.
Yeah,
and that's, I mean, on this day I was running a Glacier Blue Sun with bouncing Adonises, and completely vegan. I don't think that's what this is. When you see a boot camp, that's always a potential.
So Crips is running this. Noise running this double advance card. This aggressive secretary, which Stu made a massive misplay. He couldn't afford to trigger it because it's 2 to trigger. I think it's 2. It's anyway. It's not 1.
No,
so
is it 3 to trigger? I think
it's 3 below overwriter.
It's 3 for an overwriter, so maybe 2,
anyway,
2 for secretary. Yeah.
Whatever it costs, I don't remember. He definitely couldn't afford to trigger it, but that could have been. I mean, what did you do? Shahrazad and David's pretty good. What would you choose? What would you choose if you get double advanced aggressive secretary off?
Shahrazad.
And David, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can keep the
Paul the other day.
That's fine.
Paul the other day playing me had something like an 18 advanced Tommy Haas, and had
wow.
no credits
And
when I accessed it. I accessed it,
Oh,
and he
I
had no
see.
credits, and he was like, "Well, I'm gonna get all my money back." But no,
that made him
be
sad.
able to
Yeah.
be able to trigger your things is
I can't believe you ran an 18 advanced thing.
Well, I didn't know what the hell it was. When I got
it
down to
NBN?
0 money, so I was like, I can't die now, so I'll check
Yeah,
it.
okay. That's it. Was it NBN?
I don't know what it was.
I mean, could it have been a Beal? Was that it?
It wasn't. If it was a BL, it was no. It wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't NBN because I would have
Okay.
checked
Yeah.
for the BL. But yeah,
Okay. Oh, he would have scored by then anyway.
it's HB. So
So, very carefully dodged that aggressive secretary play, which I like, by the way. I do like a good bluff. But I feel like Noise definitely kind of has the upper hand now. The economy's kind of coming in still. He can threaten. He's definitely threatening that Archer on Archives. He could trash it, very soon, and probably a couple of turns away. And he can pressure remotes with Crypsis. He can definitely afford to use it.
if I'm sitting across from this as well, I'm still. That aggressive secretary doesn't put me any closer to knowing what's going on. I mean, you're seeing program trashing and disrupting stuff, but
it is an influence use.
It's influence use,
which is interesting.
And you'd think if you're going to run an advanceable trap, Shattered Remains.
So you've got to assume that there's going to be a Shattered Remains as well.
Yes, but I mean.
So Noise injects his for 4 cards. I'm going to guess he probably wanted more money more than cards. Although Short Gamble's definitely going to help.
Yeah, I mean, all your viruses in the bin's never the worst place for it.
Clone chip's okay as well. You can always clone chip cash on the way into archives, that kind of thing. I do like that.
Clone chip and data sucker counters is the single best icebreaker in the game, unless you're playing against Lotus Field.
Sure. I know there's one bouncing around somewhere. Yeah.
Architect now as well is you can at least get Architect down to 0 strength, which is good for your Crypsis, but you can't actually kill it.
You can't.
You can have negative strength.
Yeah, it's really strange. Strange card.
It's a strange card. So was that a bounce on the Archer?
He picks it up because it was a turn away from dying, so I think I like that.
It's worth,
Even
it's
if you
worth 4
reinstall
credits over...
You've got the hostile takeover.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't put it on archives. Maybe you put it on the remote, something like that.
Yeah, but every ice that goes down now, Noise is assuming
Archer,
that's an Archer.
Yeah.
But, he's got the Crypsis, so as long as he's got the money, it's not gonna be game if he hits it. But I think you try and get the data sucker counters up and get that killed before he can bounce it back. Then he may just have another Archer in hand anyway. There might be another one on the table. So.
So he pops Utopia Shard. So not in defense of anything. So presumably he's about to run archives.
Yeah, I think he.
I like that. Stu has 2 archives. One of Mills and one of... Okay, so he's got an archive. So we're going to find out if this is the Archer. I feel like in Blue Sun's position, I would put the Archer on the remote and put something else. on archives. I'm not sure what. Even Lotusfield
Sure.
would be annoying. So
Lotusfield would be annoying. I mean, it's Crypsis, so anything. There you go, Lotusfield.
yeah, this
Oh,
was
cool.
so this was Breaker Base. There was this. So it could have been Crick as well. So Crick's definitely
Could have been
a popular
Crick.
card. Yeah, it's quite high influence. I feel.
It's high influence, and we've seen a lot of the influence.
But I've seen a lot
already.
of Crick on archives in the recent weeks. So
Cyberdex.
Cyberdex Fires.
That's such.
It's a lot of good cards. This is a hostile
there we go.
government
6 points.
corporate water, government water. So yeah, it's a 5 points.
5 points.
Yeah, against 4, but he's also kind of used his Archives Gambit. I guess he can keep milling. Would you have considered, just for a punt, clone chipping a cash on the way in, just before you access, get 1 extra?
You do if game is on the table. I mean, if he's
Okay,
installed double advanced in a remote you can't get into, you pull out all the stops.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
But I think that clone chip will be, you've still got Parasite, you can build with it, it cycles back up.
That's true. It might be good for if he uses the David. Or something.
If he thinks he's got a scoring window and you install double advances, you can bring it in before your turn, take the money, Aesop's it, the cash back away again.
Sure.
Say, it's a bit like having a free. There we go.
Okay, so Atlas comes out, so that's
6 plays 5.
Now on 6. He didn't over advance the Atlas, so maybe he wasn't. Yeah, I feel like you'd assume it's a remote an agenda.
I think right now you have to stop worrying about dying and go for it as well. We've seen enough pieces. There's a power shutdown. There's definitely programmed destruction.
Do you hit R&D maybe? So you start making Resimices. He's low on money.
You hit both. I think you try and hit.
I mean, it could be an archer. You can survive an archer with David. You can face plant an archer. That's okay.
Yeah, and he's also got Crypsis with counters on it and 10 credits.
So it's also the Hades shard. I think that's a bit late for Hades shard. You're not going to get that many accesses from it. I don't know.
But it's using a click now to get an access later.
That's
when
true.
it's the game. So it's still a click to access all the cards and archives. We can see there's agendas in hand.
So he's just drawing that by the look of it, yeah. I'm trying to work out if... I don't know. I feel like you start checking ice. He's only got 8 credits. So
yeah, exactly.
Survive an
You keep
archer,
him
just
poor.
make him red stuff. And we know there's a data pike around.
Yeah.
Crypsis can break that, so,
So I think what you do here is you start hitting, you hit R&D, you hit...
Well, there's an Atlas and R&D, he just drew it. So
Yeah.
he would have won. Obviously, hindsight is, is great, but...
So is he stuck the Atlas in?
You got to assume so.
But with only 9 credits, he can't res all of the ice. Especially not ice that will be kept out with Crypsis. So I think you pressure all the centrals now, and the remote.
Well, that's difficult to do.
With 9 credits, you're going to get in somewhere, and now you need accesses, but you've got to respect the Atlas, and you have to check the remote.
Yeah. So it looks like Ye-Sheen is considering your tip of, before start of turn, clone chipping in the cash.
And then Aesopsing it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 10 credits, so, an extra...
7 on the Shahrazad.
7 on a Charizard, yeah, would be pretty worth it for no clicks. For just a trash effect.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this is why, you'll see a lot of noise not even running Sure Gambles now, because this is so much better for an engine. As long as you're not very particular about what you Aesops, because you sometimes have to Aesops good pieces.
Yeah, even if you have to throw away imps with counters on them still, or a counter on it.
Yeah, exactly. Or sometimes you'll see someone install a Lamprey, get a mill, can't use it, Aesop's it away again. I mean, once it's in the deck, it's worth the money, and you can.
Yeah, I agree.
So I have to believe he can get in here. With only 9 credits.
Yeah, so he's taken 3 credits for clicks 1 to 3. Or
Breaker Bay does mean Turing is allowed, which would royally be a problem.
So he's taken 3 credits and run on click 4 on this remote. So I mean that's dangerous. We know there are traps. So it's Chrysium.
Yeah.
So it's a bluff, I guess.
It's a bluff. I mean,
but there's no reason to.
So he doesn't
There's no
res.
reason to
He keeps
trash
his
it.
9 money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it there. See, I think with only 9 credits to spend, you don't need 20 credits to get in. So I like the run there. Maybe click 2.
Maybe you just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, it's been very conservative, but it's not the Anarch way.
So there's another installed in that remote. So we know Chrysium is obviously an upgrade. So this could be an agenda.
You have to check it again. But I think
You think you do it on click 1?
You click 1 and then.
So no, he took 3 and ran
credits
again.
and ran
I'd like to see him pressure R&D. I mean, just to make him. He's only got 10 credits. Make him rest some ice.
And HQ, I mean, he's on 6 points, which means he draws a hostile in this game.
Yeah.
Like, you can't wait for him to just score out of a remote. You know hostile takeovers in the deck. You have to start putting the pressure elsewhere.
That's true. So this is a Lizzie Mills. Good.
More Valtech.
Yeah.
Great.
So presumably that's the one of that you can EBC. So he trashes it. I guess he's got ESOPs. He could have rezzed it on the way in just to remove the bad pub, actually. So now we install.
Yeah.
And it's hostile, that's it.
Yeah, that's game.
So you had to pressure, as you say, you had to pressure the centrals because if he was a hostile, he could just play off the deck, couldn't he?
23 credits versus 8. I think those 3 credits run could have easily been R&D HQ run, R&D HQ run.
That's it.
And you force him to.
Well,
to
he only had
rest
2 counters on Cryptis. That was his only breaker, so that was the constraint. But yes, I agree.
Sure.
He didn't
With
have
8
enough
credits,
money to res 4 pieces of ice probably. So yeah, I think I agree entirely. We know he drew an Atlas as well. Blue Sun, we saw him draw the Atlas, so presumably he just kept it in hand because he didn't feel any pressure.
With that much money.
The centrals weren't being run, so he didn't
Yeah.
feel any pressure. He just had to wait until he got hostile.
And that remote is never safe with Crypsis out. And
That's
assuming he hasn't got any anti-AI ice on the table.
Would you accuse Ye-Sheen there of a little bit of tunnel vision? He was just so focused on that remote.
Not tunnel vision, just caution. I think
Okay.
it's you're playing cautiously, which against Blue Sun, you have to know when do you stop being cautious and when do you start just running.
But he had the money advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, things like punitive are no longer on the table because if he gets an agenda, unless it's hostile, he's won. And
punitive for a hostile.
a punitive for a hostile takeover is not going to. Yeah, I mean, Cecil Scorch is a risk, but he had the money.
Yeah.
If Stu only had 10 credits by the end, then that's a low strength trace. So he had the money to avoid it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was a bit of a shame we couldn't keep up the pressure. He had a very very good kind of mid game pressure actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the impression Stu got off to a slow start because mulliganed and then drew, which is alarm bells always.
Ye-Sheen got the ball rolling, got the noise, got the news chain rolling. Blue Sun is not a good matchup for noise. Obviously, the bouncing makes Parasites worse, and just knowing where to put the pressure on when, without dying, it's a balancing act playing Blue Sun, but close game.
Yeah,
Good game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so so that was a taste of that was the second game from round 2 actually. So in our next video, we're going to have another game from round 3. So in round 3. James was on top table.
James was on top table.
Yep. And
at least someone from Reading was representing.
That's right, yeah. So James was high up. James did very well that day, yeah. And Pete was also on top table. I think he had a bye in the first round.
So your previous 2
That's
commentators
right.
are playing each other
So
on
of
top
course-
table at a regional championship.
So of course I had to feature them. So
Yes,
that'll be fun
sure.
to watch, yeah.
Yeah.
Pete specifically told me that he didn't want me to use the videos because they were awful. But I picked the one that made me look less bad. Yeah. So that we will get one game of James.
Now it doesn't matter because you've told everyone they were awful. So you might as well play them now.
Yeah, the other one was even worse. Yeah. So so next time we'll have James versus Pete, which will be great. If my notes are correct, that was James playing his NEH, so he had Kate NEH on the day.
So much NEH on the day.
A lot of Kate NEH on the day.
Yeah.
And Pete was playing Leela. Actually, it's quite a nice Leela deck. Leela's also a very popular moment. So thank you, Joey, for helping me out.
All right, thank you, Johno, for all the awesome work.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.